Well, the question says mark the following statements as true or false. An identifier can be any sequence of digits and letters. All right. First of all, let's talk about identifiers. There are names of things that appear in programs such as variables, constants, functions, and they must obey C++ rules for identifiers. The C++ rules for identifier consist of letters, digits, and underscore character, and they must begin with a letter or underscore. Now, in this statement, an identifier can be any sequence of digits and letters. The problem is here the word "in". Not all sequence of digits and letters can form an acceptable uh, identifier in C++, except those that begin with letter or underscore character. So we say this statement is false. Um, well, the question says mark the following statement as true or false. The statement B says in C++ there is no difference between a reserved word and a predefined identifier. Well, reserved words and predefined identifiers are much similar, but there is a difference. The difference is that reserved words um, cannot be defined in the program, but predefined identifiers can be defined even if it's not wise to do so. So we say the statement false statement. So this is false. Thank you. Well, mark the following statement as true or false. Statement C says a C++ identifier can start with a digit, which is actually false because it fails to obey the rule of C++ identifiers, which says that all identifier must begin with a letter or underscore character. So false. So we say this is false. Thank you. Mark the following statement as true or false. Statement D says the operands of the modulus operator must be integers, which is true by definition. Modulus operators takes the remainder of integer division, so which is true. So the operands are integers. So we say this statement is a true statement. True. Well, mark the following statement as true or false. Statement D says E says if I'm gonna read A equal 4 and B equal to 3, then after the statement A equal B, the value of B is still 3. Even if I say A equal 4 or B equal to 3, it's not because it's A equal 4, but we know in programming the equal sign stands for assignment operator, which means we assign the value 4 in the variable A, we assign the value 3 in the variable B, and then we assign the value of the variable b in the variable a. Okay, yes, this is true because b didn't change here. Let me prove it to you. Um, um, we said that a was equal to 4 and b equal to 3 and a equal b. A equal b simply means that assign in the value of b in the variable a. So a becomes 3 and b is still 3. Nothing has changed here for b. So this is true statement. You say this statement is true. Thank you. Mark the following statement as true or false. Statement F. If in the statement C in extraction operator y can only be an int or a double variable. Alright, which is false because y can be can have any data type. It can be any variable. It can be a char variable. It can be a string variable. It can be even a bool variable. So we say the statement is false. Say false. Thank you. Well, the question says mark the following statement as true or false. In the output statements, the Newland character may be part of the string. Okay, generally we know that the Newland character is not part of the string in the output, but we need to read the question carefully. It is said, the question says may be part of the string. Okay, may be part. Yes, it can be part of the string if we put the backslash character in front of the Newland character. Let's check this example. The Newland character sequence is we put the backslash character and then the Newland character. This will display the Newland character. Thank you. So we say the statement is true. So true. Thank you. Well, mark the following statement as true or false. The following statement is a legal C++ program. Yes, the statement is a legal C++ program, even though it does nothing, but it is legal. So we say this is true. So we say true statement. Thank you. Mark the following statement as true or false. Statement I says in a mixed expression, all operands are converted to floating point numbers. Alright, let's recall that in C++ there are two types of numerical data. We have integers and floating point numbers. Now let's talk about the rules that involve that deal with mixed expression. Two rules apply when evaluating a mixed expression. When evaluating an operator in a mixed expression, if the operator has the same type of operand, that is either both integers or both floating point numbers. The operator is evaluated according to the type of the operand. Integer operand thus yields an integer result. Floating point numbers yields a floating point number. Alright, let's give an example. Let's say we have two operands of the same type. Let's say 12 and operator division, and another operand 5. They're both same type because they're both integers. This is how C++ will declare, actually, will understand the type of integer and integers. So 12 over 5 are integers. So 12 divided by 5 will be 2 because both are integers. So the result is also an integer. But if it was a floating point number, C++ will understand like this: 12.0 over 5.0. And 12.0 is a floating point, 5.0 is also a floating point number, and then doing 12.0 over 5.0, this will be a 2.4, equal to 2.4, which is also a floating point number. Okay, but now rule 1b says if the operator has both type of operand, meaning both type of operand, that is, one is an integer and the other is a floating point number, then during calculation the integer is changed to a floating point number with decimal parts of 0, and the operator is evaluated. The result is a floating point number. Okay, let's say we had like the two types of a numerical data. Let's say the first one is 12 and the other is like 5.0. Then C++ will convert the 12 into the integer, that integer into a floating point. It will change it to 12.0 over 5.0, and then do 12.0 over 5.0, which is 2.4. So we will say the statement here now. Let's come back to the statement which says in a mixed expression, all the operands are converted to the floating point, which is false because it doesn't agree with rule 1a, which says when they have same types, they will keep their parts. They will keep their type. Okay, in case of integers, two integers operand, this will be integer. It won't be converted to a floating point. So we say the statement, this statement is a false statement. So false. Thank you. Well, the statement case says suppose a equal 5. After the statement a plus a executes, the value of a is still 5 because the value of the expression is not saved in another variable. Okay, this is false just because this is a type of a pre-incrementation. A pre-increment, and if a is incremented by plus a in expression, first the value of a is incremented by 1 unit, and then the new value of a is used to evaluate the expression. So nothing to do with the variable here. So this is false. Say this is a false statement. Thank you. Well, question 2 says which of the following are valid C++ identifiers? By definitions, we know that identifiers consist of letters, digits, and underscore character, and must begin with a letter or with an underscore character. So here I will highlight in blue the correct answer, and in red what makes the suggested identifier wrong. Okay. A, my first program, it starts with a letter M, and all is accepted here. B, mixed up, start with a letter, but the character mine is, let's call it like that, messed everything up. So C++ program 2, it's wrong because of the operator plus plus. Quiz 7 is correct, so this is correct, accepted. Programming lecture 2, this is also accepted. 1 foot equalizer, messed because of the 1 here, it's wrong. And this also, Mike's first attempt is wrong. Here also because of the space, it makes it a wrong identifier. Fourth, wrong because of the number 4. And the new student, this is correct. Okay, so thank you. Well, the question says, which of the following is a reserved word in C++? Okay, we need to know that reserved words, letters that make up reserved words are always lowercase. So if you look at the example here, question A, for instance, A says const, but when you look carefully, it has the uppercase C, so it's not a reserved word. I'm gonna do B letter, but C char, for instance, it has the uppercase, not a reserved word. Return, it has the uppercase, so it's not a reserved word already. So include, void, and int here are reserved words. Thank you. Well, the question says, what is the difference between a keyword and a user-defined identifiers? Okay, keywords are just reserved words, while user-defined identifiers are names of things that appears in the program, such as variables name, constant names. Those names are provided by the user. Thank you. What the question says, are the identifiers first name with a lowercase f and the first name with the uppercase F the same? No, not the same, because C++ is case sensitive. The two are two different identifiers. Thank you. What the question says, are the identifiers first name with a lowercase f and the first name with the uppercase F the same? No, not the same, because C++ is case sensitive. The two are two different identifiers. Thank you. Well, the question says evaluate the following. Let's start with A, 25 over 3. So we do 25. I prefer to write 25 over 3. And this is equal to, if you press the calculator, it's going to be 8.333, etc. But 25 and 3 are integers, are considered as integer in C++, and the operator will generate also, the operator divide will generate also an integer result. So this is going to be 8. If it was a floating point, you see a dot 0 here or dot 0 there. But now it will just say, it's just going to take the integer division only. So this is just 8. B, I will rewrite it as 20 minus 12 over 4 times 2. And remember, the both must be applied here. We'll consider first this. This makes 20 minus what's in the bracket here. This is 3 times 2, and that makes 20 minus 6, and then this is equal to 14. See, 32 modulus 7. Modulus is the remainder of the integer division. So 32 modulus 7, meaning 7 gets you to 32 4 times, and the remainder is 4. So this is just equal to, so 32 modulus 7 is just equal to 4. And D, 3 minus 5 modulus 7. This we will first work out. We don't do 3 minus 5. We first work out this. We first work out 5 modulus 7, and this is 3 minus 5 modulus 7 equal to 5. The remainder of the integer division, and 3 minus 5 is just negative 2. And E, it's 18.0 over 4. In this situation now, we have 18.0, which is now is a floating point number, over 4. Now the operator will generate a floating point. Okay, it will convert 4 will be converted into a 4.0. okay, and then 18.0 over 4.0 is 4.5. Now F, 28 minus 5 over 2.0. Similarly, in this situation, the operator will convert the 5 to 5.0, because you have an integer over float. It will change all this into float and then generate a float point number. So this is 28 minus 5.0 over 2.0 equal to 2.5. And this is equal to 25.5. Let's clear all this. And now we're going to do J. That makes 17 plus 5 modulus modulus 2 minus 3. First, we work out the modulus operator, and that makes 17 plus this is 1 minus 3, and then 17 plus 1 minus 3 is just equal to 15. and h. What we have here, 15.0 plus 3.0 times 2.0 over 5.0. So we first work out, okay, this will still be 15.0 plus now 30 times 2.0, I mean times 2.0 over 5.0, this is equal to 1.2, and that makes 16.2. Thank you. Well, the question says if x is equal to 5, y equals 6, z equals 4, and w 3.5, evaluate each of the following statements if possible. If it is not possible, state the reason. Alright, okay, let's start with A. A, we have x plus z modulus y. So, x is 5, z is 4, and y is 6. So now let's calculate this. 5 plus 4 is 9, modulus 6. So here 6 gets into 9 one time, and then the remainder is 3. So you write 3 there. B, x plus y modulus w. So x is 5, y is 6, w is 3.5. And then when you do 5 plus 6, that's 11, and modulus 3.5. And this operation is not possible because the modulus operator is can only take the remainder of integer division. So this we say that not possible. So not possible or not applicable. Let's see also C. It's y plus w modulus x. So y is 6, w is 3.5, and x is 5. So this will make 5 plus 3.5 is 9.5, and then modulus 5. And this again is not applicable because the modulus takes only the integer division, the remainder of the integer division, so not applicable. D, we have x plus y times w. So x is 5, y is 6, times by w, which is 3.5. And then 5 plus 6 is 11. So you have 11 times 3.5. And then 11 times 3.5 will be 38.5. E is y modulus z. Sorry, y modulus z modulus x. So y is 6, z is 4. No, y is excuse me. X is 5, modulus y is 6, and modulus 4, z is 4. And then 5 modulus 6 is 5, and then modulus 4, and 5 modulus 4 is 1. I do F. F is y modulus z modulus x. So y is 6 modulus z is 4 and modulus x, which is 5. And now if you work it out, 5 modulus 4 is 2, and you have 2 modulus 5, and 2 modulus 5 is 2. Okay. Yeah, we have enough space. I think we can do G. We have x times z modulus y. So x is 5. X times z is 4. Modulus y is 6. So okay, x, z, and y. So now we do 5 times 4 is 20. Just 20 modulus 6 is equal to 6 gets into 20 3 times, and then the remainder is 2. So this is just 2, and then h. What do we have here? X times y times w times z. X is 5, y is 6, and the w is 3.5, and then z is 4. So we will do first we work out the bracket here, 5 points. Okay, because they're just product, we can drop the brackets, and then we do 5 times 6 times 3.5 times 4. It's accepted. 5 times 6 is 30. 3.5 times 4 is 14, and 40 times 30 is 420. 420. Thank you. Well, the question says, given int num1, num2, new num, double x, y, which of the following statements are valid? If an assignment is not valid, state the reason. When not given, assume that each variable is declared. Alright, now let's see. With A, it is said that num1 equal to 35. This is correct. This is valid because it's just an assignment. You know, it's they assign 35 into the variable num1, and new num equal to num1 minus num2. This is also valid because it just perform a right expressions calculation. Yeah. C, num1 equal to 5, num2 is equal to 2 plus num1, and num1 equal to num2 over 3. Yeah, but this is also valid. All these are valid assignments, and num1 times num2 equal to new num. Alright, this is not a valid statement line because we cannot store in a variable into an expression. So this is wrong because of this. N1 times N2, num1 times num2 equal to, no, this is not correct. E now says x equal to 12 times num1 minus 15.3. It is a valid statement because all of the assignments here, the expressions on on the right are all valid for x, which is a double type. So this is correct. And f n1 times 2 equal to, this is not valid because of we cannot store in an expression into an expression also. So same reason for this one is not valid, because we cannot store in expression into another expression, so not valid. Here num2 num2 equal to num1 modulus 2.0. This is not valid because the modulus operator can only take integer division, so integer operands, I mean. So 2.0 is not an accepted operand in this operation modulus. The following statement I this is valid statement because though a new num is of a type integer, and then x, which is of a type double, was typecasted to an integer, so this is valid because we have integer modulus integer, so this is valid. And this is also valid. It's accepted in MATLAB, I mean in C++, because even if we do even if we can still see x here, it is accepted in C++. We can see x is equal to x plus y minus 5. And then a new state k. This is also a valid statement because this number, I mean the expression 4.6 over 2 is actually will generate a floating point number. The floating point number will be casted into an integer, and we can do integer plus integer, store it into another integer. So this is valid because of because of this. Thank you. Well, the question says do a walkthrough to find the value assigned to E. Assume that all variables are properly declared. Okay, A is declared to be 3, B is 4, and then let's start from C here. C will be A modulus B times 6. So we sub in the value of A is 3, and then B is 4 times 6. Okay, and then if we do 3 modulus 4, 3 modulus 4 is the remainder, so 3. So we have 3 times 6 here, and then that makes that C. Okay, C equal to 18. And then D will be C over B. So we sub in the value of C is 18, and B is 4. And then what is 18 over 4? 4.5, right? No, not 4.5, but 4, just 4, because 18 is considered as an integer, 4 is also an integer, and then the operator divide will generate an integer also, and then we'll ignore the decimal parts. So this is equal to 4, and then E will be equal to A plus B plus C and plus D all over 4. So over 4. So we sub in the value of A is 3, B is 4, C is 18, and then D is also 4, all over 4. And now we can calculate this. That makes 18 plus 7 is 25, 25 plus 29, so 29 over 4. That makes 29 over 4, and 29 over 4 is supposed to be 7 point something something, but we just want to take, because 29 is considered as an integer and 4 is also an integer, so this is going to be 7. So e equal to 7. Thank you. Well, the question says which of the following variable declarations are correct? If a variable declaration is not correct, give the reason or reasons, and provide the correct variable declaration. Okay. N equals 12. This is not a correct variable declaration because the data type is not there is no data type in front of the n to declare the variable. We don't know if it was an integer, so we're supposed to have an int here at the data type to the variable n. So this is not correct because int was missing. And then second line, this is neither correct declaration char letter equal. So this is not correct because at least we're supposed not to have a semicolon first. We're supposed to, either we say char letter equal to something like this, maybe. Okay, or we just say char letter at all. So let me write it here. It's supposed to be char letter like this, char letter without the equal sign, or char, excuse me, or something like char letter, we put the equal sign, and then at least that, and then semicolon. Yeah, this will be a correct declaration. And then what about the following line 3? This was line, let me write line 2 here, line 2, and then for line 2, and then for line 3, what do we have here? Int 1 equal 5, comma 2. Okay, whenever I say equal, I don't mean equal, I just mean assign 5, the value 5 to the variable 1. Yeah, this is still a correct declaration because we first initialize the variable 1 into 5, and then the variable 1 is the type integer, and then we also declare another type of another variable of type integer, the variable 2. So this is still correct. Place the semicolon there. So line 3 is correct. Line 3 is correct. So this is correct. And line 4, yeah, 3 variables are declared as double. So this is also correct. Thank you. Well, the question says, which of the following are valid C++ assignment statements? Assume that I, X, and percent are double variables. Alright, A, we have like I equal to I plus 5, which is valid declaration. Okay, it is allowed in C++. We can say I equal to I plus 5. Okay, X plus 2 equal to X. Okay, this is not valid because we cannot store in variable in an expression. X plus 2 is an expression, so we cannot sub in, as I said, store in variable in expression. x equal to 2.5 times x. This is accepted. This is a valid assignment statement. And 10%, I mean percentage equal to 10%. This is not a valid assignment line, because the percent sign here stands for the modulus operator, and the modulus operator must take two operands, integer operands. So we only have 10 here, so this is not valid. Thank you. Well, the question says, write down C++ statement that accomplish the following. A says declare int variables x and y, initialize x to 25 and y to 18. So I'm going to say int x, y, semicolon, and I initialize x to 25. So I do x equal to 25, comma, y equal to 18, semicolon. And then b, declare and initialize int variable temp to 10 and char variable to ch, if I can say like that, to a. So say I declare int temp to equal 10, and then char ch equal to a. C, update the value of an integer x by adding 5 to it. So C, I'll say if I need to update x by adding 5 to it, I'm just going to write x equal to x plus 5. This increase 5 by 5 x by 5 units. D, declare and initialize a double variable pay rate to 12.50. So I say double pay rate equal to 12.50, semicolon. Remember that C++ ends with a semicolon. E, copy the value of an int variable first name into an int variable temp. So it is assumed that the variable first name was declared. So we're going to copy the value of first num into the variable temp num. So we're just going to say temp num equal first num. Okay. Alright, question F says swap the contents of the int variables x and y. Declare additional variables if necessary. Okay, before solving it, let's understand it. Well, we need to swap the values, the contents of the variable x with y. So think of the variables as containers. They are like containers, okay? Because containers in which we can assign in value. So let's say this is a container x, and this is a container y. They both have some stuff in it. So if we say I need to swap the values of the container, what can I do? As you can guess, I need another container where I can store in the value of container x, for instance, and then move my basket back and take the container y, drop in x, and then put it back, and then take the container of that extra container, put in the container y. So I will need another container here. Let's call it container temp. Now, first I would like to take whatever I have in the X, submit, drop it in the container temp. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna say it, okay, let's start declaring. Let's say int X, Y, and temp. Now I'm gonna do whatever I have in the X, I'm gonna put it here in the temp container. Move whatever, put it here. So I'm gonna say temp equal X, meaning store in whatever the value of X in temp. Now once I do that, now I can stack the container of Y. I store it into the variable X because now it's empty. So I'm gonna do X equal Y, which means we store in the value of Y into the variable X, and then I will do once I do that, then I can sub in whatever the values of X here, because I did store what was in the X into Y. Now I can do, okay, say now Y equal temp, meaning store in the temp value into Y. Voila, thank you. So let's say G, which says suppose X and Y are double variables, output the content of X, Y, and expressions is given. So I'll go, let's say double, I'll say double X, Y, semicolon, and then outputs the content. So the output, I use cout for output, and then to display X, I say X. I can also put another extraction operator, and I can put quotes, and with a comma and space in quotes, and then I put Y there, and this will display Y, X and Y, and maybe we can move also the cursor in the next line by putting the end line command. So, and then to display the expression, say cout X plus 12 over Y minus 18 and semicolon. H, declare a char variable grade that and sets the value of grade to A. So I say char grade equal and then A and then semicolon, and then declare int variable to store 4 integer. So if I wanna declare int to store in 4 integer, go int A, B, C, and D. Copy the value of double variable Z to the nearest integer into an int variable X. Okay. For this, I'll go, let's say, double Z, and then int X. Let's first declare them, and then what I can do, I will say, okay, X equal what? I need to typecast Z, so I'll do static cast int and then Z, semicolon. Thank you. Well, the question says suppose X, Y, Z, and W are its variables. Value. What value is assigned to each of these variables after the last statement executes? Okay, the first statement is X is equal to 5 and Z equal to 3 are declared. And now let's work out the following. Y equal to X minus Z. having the value of x is 5 and z is 3. So y will be equal to 2. And then the following z equal to 2 times y plus 3. We submit the value of y, which is 2. So z will become z equal to 2 times 2 is 4 plus 3 is 7. And then let's work out the following line is w equal to x minus 2 times y plus z. Let's submit the values. X is 5 minus 2y, y is 2 plus z, z is 3. So no, z is 7. 7 now, yeah. Now w will be z is 7 because z is now 7 here. So w will be 5 minus 4 plus 7. So all this makes one thing. It's 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. And then you have z equal to w minus x. We sub in the values of w is 8, and then x is 5, and then z is now 3, and now w increment by 1 unit. Now the final result is x will still be 5 because it didn't change all the way out. Y is still 2. Is y2? Yes, y2. What else? Z. The final value of z is here. Z equals to 3 now. And then the final value of y incremented, so by 1 unit speeding, it's no longer 8 but now 9. So 9. Thank you. Well, the question says write each of the following as a C++ expression. Let's start with A, that says 32 times A plus B. Alright, we have the times here and is written as times in C++, star for times, and then the plus is just plus in C++, plus symbol is this cross symbol, and now 32 times A plus B, so we're going to write 32 and then star symbols because we times that with A plus B. And then B says the character that represents 8. The character that represents 8. So we can say char to declare the character, and then let's say variable. I'm gonna call it variable 8. It's outside it's like 8 without each. Yeah. 8 equal 8. The character, because of this word's character, we declare the variable as char, and represents 8 means what if we need to translate that in C++, we assign 8 into the variable 8. The string that represents the name Julie Nelson. So the string, so we're gonna say C string oh, 8 must be in quotes, and string let's represent the name, Julie Nelson. So we go Julie Nelson, semicolon. But we must put it in quotes. Julie Nelson in quotes, and then D. B squared minus 4ac over 2a, which is the value of the roots of the quadratic equation. So in C++ we say b squared. We're gonna use the carré symbol to make the square. So minus 4 times a times c, and then we close the bracket over 2a. So 2 and then times a like that. B squared minus 4ac over 2a, correct? And then E, we're going to do a b. So let's do a plus b over c times e times f, close brackets, and then we need to put minus g times h, and then f, we go this is also the formula for the quadratic, the roots of a quadratic equation, where the quadratic equation has two roots, or parabola, two intercepts. So we go negative b plus b, we're going to use the carré symbol to say squared, minus 4 times a times c, or over all this all over 2 times a, semicolon here and semicolon there, and semicolon here. Yeah, thank you. But the question says, suppose x, y, and z are int variables and w and t are double variables. What value is assigned to each of these variables after the last statement executes? Okay, x and y are given already. So let's do the third line says x equal x plus y over 4. So we're subbing the values of the variable. X is 17, and then 15, y 15. So that makes x will be equal to 17 plus 15 over 4. Will only perform the integer division. So this is 3, and then what makes x is equal to 20. And then comes the fourth line, z equal to x, excuse me, x modulus 3 plus 4. We sub in the value of x, which is 20 now. And then that makes 20 modulus 3 is 2 plus 4, and this equal to 6. And then the fifth line says w equal to 17 over 3 plus 6.5. 17 over 3, this will perform the integer division because 17 and 3 are both integers. This 17 over 3 will be 5 plus 6.5, and then 5 plus 6.5, and 5 is an integer, 6.5 is a floating point number. 5 will be converted into a floating point, so it's going to be 5.0 plus 6.5, and then this will be 11.5, and then t will be x over 4.0 plus 15 modulus 4 minus 3.5. Now x is 20, so here again this will convert the 20 into 20.0, so 20.0 over 4.0 is equal to 5.0 plus 15 modulus 4. This will perform the calculate the remainder of the integer division. So the remainder is 3 here minus 3.5, and then we have floats plus integer minus floats. This will convert this 3 into floats, so it's going to be 3.0. So 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 minus 3.5. This is that makes t equal to 4.5. Then the final solution, the result will be x here is 20 here, and then y will be where's the value of y? Or y was still 15, and then z is now 6, and then w, which is now 11.5, and t 4.5. Thank you. Well, the question says, suppose x, y, and z are int variables and x, y, and z are given. What is the output of each of the following statements? Okay. For A, it will display x equal 2, comma, y equal 5, comma, z equals 6. Practically the question, okay? And then B, it will display x plus y equal, and then here it will perform the calculation of x plus y or 2 plus 5. Okay, it will perform this but not display that, but it will perform this, which is equal to okay, let's try to do this. It will do 2 plus 5, and then 2 plus 5 is 7. This is what it will perform. It will display. And then move the cursor in the next line. C, it will display sum of x, which is 2, and z, which is 6, is, and then here it will do 2 plus 6, but it will show 8. It will display 8, which is the result of 2 plus 6. And then D, it will it will display z over x equal z over x. It will do actually 6 over 2, which is 3. So this is what it will display. And then E, it will display 2 times x, which is 2, equal, it will do now 2 times 2, which is 4. So this is what it will display. Thank you. Well, the question says, what is the output of the following statement? Suppose A and B are int variables and C is a double variable, and A is 13, B is 5, and C is 17.5. Now, let's work out A. The output must be A, which is 13, B is 5, and then C is 17, so 17.5. Now, in this situation, because we have different types of data type here. This is int, and float. All this will be converted into float, and this will be 13 plus 5 is 18. 18 minus 17, 5 is 0.5. This is what will be displayed in A. Not these steps, just calculation. This is how the machine will think, the compiler will process the information, but the result is this. B, and then this you have 15 over 2 plus C, which is 17.5, and then this will be 15 over 2 okay, 15 is an integer and 2 is an integer, and then this will be just a 7. The result will be an integer also, so 7 plus 17.5, and this is equal to 7 plus 17.5 equal to 24.5. Okay. Come now, let's do C. Yeah, before 15 is an integer because this is how C++ understand this as integers. If there were 14 point, you see a dot and 0 there, but we don't have 0 dots, so here, so it's gonna be, these are integers. Now C, A, which is 13 over static cast double will be, so B is turned to double, so instead of writing 5, it's gonna be now 5 times 5 dots. It's gonna be 5 dot 0 because it is now that cast into double, plus 2, and then times C. C is 17.5. And now if you work it out, this will convert the 13 into into a float, so it's going to be 13.0 over 5.0 plus 2 times 17.5, which is 35, equal to 35, and then 13 over 5 is equal to how much? 2.6, and 2.6 plus 35 equal to 37.5.6. Okay, and these are what should be displayed, this and that also. D, 14 modulus 3 makes is the remainder of the division, integer division, so this is 2 plus 6.3 plus B. B is 5, and then so 5, and then over a is 13, so we do that. So 2 plus 6.3, so all this will be, okay, this will be 2 plus, okay, 2 plus 6.3 will be converted into a float, so that will be 2.0 plus 6.3, which is equal to 8.3, plus 5 over 3 over 13. These are integers, so this is going to be 0, and then this is just 8.3. See, and then let's do E. And then let's say cast states. Okay, this is the result. And then E, we have static cast int C is converted into an integer, so let's become 17. And modulus 5 plus A minus B. So A is 13 and B is 5. And now 17 modulus 5, which is 2, plus 13 minus 5. And 2 plus 13 is 15. 15 minus 5 is 10. And then F will be 13.5. So we have 13.5 over 2. So this will be changed. 2 will be changed into a floating point. So 2.0 plus 4.0 times 3.5 plus 18. 3.5 over 2. This is 6.75 plus 4.0. 4.0 times 3.5 is equal to 14. That makes 14 plus 18. And then 14 plus 18, which is equal to 32. 32 plus 6.75 equal to 38.75. So, thank you. Well, the question says, write C++ statement that accomplish the following. A, output the new line character. So, I want to use the output stream operator, which is cout, and then the instruction stream operator, and then to display the new line character, I'm going to put this in the quotes. I'm going to put the slash, and then slash n quotes. This will print this the new line character. B, I'll put the tab character, then I go cout, and then insert stream operator, and then I put slash, and then and then I'm gonna put the tab slash t for the tab character, so semicolon, and then if to output double quotation, then I can cout slash, then I can put quote, and then slash, quote, and quote. Okay, thank you. Well, the question says which of the following are correct C++ statements. Okay, A is correct. Is correct. Okay, nothing wrong with A. B is totally incorrect. It's because of the commas, the semicolon here. Okay, we cannot put the semicolon and then put the insertion operator here, and no, that's wrong. C is correct, and then D, no, D is incorrect because of the single quote. It's supposed to have a double quote, so this is totally incorrect. Thank you. Well, the question says give meaningful identifier for the following variables. For A, for instance, first a variable to store the first name of students. Okay, the student first name must be a string type, so I say A string, and you can say first, and then underscore name, like that. This is correct. It's meaningful. A variable to store a discount price. Discount price must be a double because prices are floating point numbers. So we can say double. You can write discount price, like that. And then C, a variable to store number of juice bottle. Number of battle can only be integers, so we can say int number of underscore or one line underscore character, and then bottle, so we can say bottle. D, if I were to store number of mile, so number of mile can be double also, floating point, so double, no underscore and miles. A variable to store the highest test score, so this can be double also, double. You can say highest underscore score, something like that. Yeah, but you can also. I think these are meaningful to me. So thank you. Well, the question says write C++ statement to do the following. A, declare int variable num1 and num2. All right. The syntax for declaring one variable or multiple variable is given by that, where we have the data type, identifier, and identifier as many identifiers separated by commas, and at the end we put the semicolon. So at the end of the line we put the semicolon. So let's go. I declare the data type here is int, as the question says. Declare int, and then variable is num1, and then num2, and then those are the only two variables. So I will end the line with by a semicolon. Now, the following question says, prompt the user to input two numbers. All right. In C++, outputs on the standard output device is accomplished via the use of cout and the stream insertion operator. The general syntax for cout together with the stream instruction operator is given by this. So we can answer question B by saying that B is cout, okay, stream instruction operator, and then I put a quote because I'm going to write this. So say enter two numbers, and then end with a quote, and then I can put a semicolon. Now, the following question says, input the first number in num1 and the second number in num2. And now we're going to do putting data into variables from the standard input device is accomplished via the use of cin and the stream extraction operator. So the syntax of cin together with the stream extraction operator is given by this. So we go C. We can do cin now. The stream extraction operator, I will write num1, and then stream extraction operator num2. Oops. Num2. And I end the line by a semicolon. Then this says output num1, num2, and 2 times num1 minus num2. Your output must identify each number and expression. So D, I'll say okay, D. I'll write cout to output num1. So cout the insertion operator. Let's put the quotes num1 equal quote, and then insertion operator num1. And then I'll open also another stream insertion operator, and then say let me perhaps put space or comma and space, and let's say num2 equal, and then quotes extraction operator insertion operator, num2, and then we can press the semicolon, and then cout, we need to display this calculation 2 times num1 minus num2. So we're gonna say 2 times, and then extraction operator, this in the quotes, num1, like that, and extraction operator, and then quotes minus quotes extraction operator num2, and then extraction operator quotes equal quotes extraction operator. There I can write 2 times num1 minus num2, and then semicolon. Thank you. Well, the question says the following program has syntax mistakes. Correct them on each successive line. Assume that any preceding error has been corrected. Well, let's first talk about the syntax mistakes. Syntax mistakes are occurs when the rules of the programming language are violated. So in this situation, we will going to check if there is any rule which were broken. Okay. Now let's see line by line. Line 1 includes I stream, it's okay. And then the following line, const int secret num equal, assign whatever on the right into what is on the left, 11,213. So this is the problem, because we must not put the comma in between digits. So instead, the dots if we wanted a decimal, a floating point number, and it cannot be a floating point number either, because the constant was declared as integer, the data type integer. So, or we cannot separate, so it's meaningless. It breaks rules here. And then const pay rate equal to 18.35. As I said, by equal I mean assign whatever on the right into what is on the left. We can notice that the variable pay rate was not declared, so it's not declared. We just say const. It is a constant, yes, but what's the data type? Data type is not mentioned, so no data type here. And then let's see, int, men, correct, int 1, 2, they are declared, no problem. Double first, second, and then 1 is initialized. Let me just do this. 1 is initialized, and then 2 also. First was declared, initialized to 25. And then the following says second, second equal to first times 3. We can see that the variable 3 were not declared, these undefined, because yeah, we can look at the lists on the variable here, constants were there, and then variable here, no variable 3 was declared, so not declared, not declared. And then so that's the syntax mistake. And then in this line, second equal to 2 times secret num. Nothing wrong with that, because we assume it was corrected before, as the question says, assume that any preceding error has been corrected. So here this is okay. And then see out first space second secret num and line, correct, nothing wrong with that. And then we have pay check equal hours worked times pay rate. All right, pay check also is undefined because it was not declared, so not declared. And then let's see the following. See out wages equal to pay check. Okay, wages here, even if it's not declared, but this is string, still accepted. Okay, because it is in the see out stream, so that's okay. Yeah, thank you. Well, the following program has syntax errors. Correct them on each successive line. Assume that any preceding error has been corrected. All right. Let's see. The first one says const char equal star. By equal I mean assign multiplicate. Okay. Equal star equal to the character star. All right. This is actually very wrong, because this is not the way C++ declare and initialized constants. So the mistake here from here the summary operator, which are really misused. And then what else? The constant is of the type char character, which takes only one character, but here we have a full character, so this is also wrong. And then we can see that in C++ programming, line are ended with a semicolon. So semicolon, but semicolon is missing there. So this is why I say the first line is wrong. And then the following line, const int prime. Note that by convention that constants are constant identifier are written in uppercase letter and variable lowercase. So okay, int main, this is correct. The main function, and then the curly bracket, int count sum. Yes, this is also correct. We declare count and sum as integer, and then a double x. So x is a floating point, correct. Count equal 1. We initialize count, which were declared there, and then sum equal to sum plus prime. Yeah, that's also correct. We perform an expression here, and then here x colon equal 25.67. This is wrong because we cannot write like this. We don't put the semicolon there. So the correct expression should be x equal 25.67 and then semicolon. So the wrong. Okay. Similarly here, for instance, also the correct should be one should be const char and then maybe equal and then star, like that. Could be something like that, or char equal maybe s. Only one character. In the following line, new num were not declared, so this is the problem. The variable new line were not declared, and then the constant 1 were not declared either, so this is wrong. To correct this, we need to declare these the variable new num and the constant 1. In the following line, sum plus count equal to sum. This is wrong because we cannot. The whole line is wrong except by the semicolon. We cannot assign in a variable into an expression, but the other way around, yes. So the correct line would be sum equal sum plus count, and then semicolon, and then x equal to x plus sum times count. That's still correct. And then this line, this is correct, this is correct, that's correct, that's correct, that's correct, that's correct, end line, semicolon. All right, thank you. Well, the question says the following program has syntax errors. Correct them on each successive line. Assume that any preceding error has been corrected. All right. So if let's compare. Let's look at it. The first line is correct. Include ioscreen using namespace std, correct. Int main, yes. Int temp, yes. String first declared, okay, correct. Now see how to enter the first name. Okay, something is missing here is the quote. We're supposed to put a quote here uh, before the semicolon and after the the colon operator. So this was missing. And then C in first, the semicolon is missing here. So we're supposed to put a semicolon there. I mean semicolon here. And then that was missing, the semicolon. And then C out end line, this is correct. If you need to move the case in the next line. C out enter last name. Okay, semicolon, I mean quotes. Quote is missing here. And then last name was not declared. So either we remove it, but maybe it can be important. So in this situation, we're going to declare last name. Instead of putting semicolon here, we're going to put comma. Supposed to be a comma here, a comma, and then last, okay, and then semicolon. This should be correct. And then end line, C out. I mean, yeah, C out enter today's temperature. Okay, we use the slash here to print the single quotation mark. And then temperature were not declared, but assume that they were referring to temp here. So this need to be corrected. So we remove the following characters. A rapture. So this must be removed. So we leave temp, semicolon, C out end line, and then correct first space last, and then today's temperature. We can also put the backslash character. Today's temperature is in quotes. Oh yeah, there's a quote here that's missing. Quotes here. And then temperature. Okay, we remove this. We remove a rapture. So we say temp. Now the program is correct. Thank you. Well, the simple question here is what actions must be taken before a variable can be used in a program? Well, before the variable can be used in the program, it should be first declared with a valid data type and should be initialized before it is going to be used in an expression. For example, assuming that I want to declare a variable, let's say text average, let's say average. So test average. So I'll say to myself test average. Assume that we will do the sum of all the tests and divide by the number of the tests. So the code division is implied. So it means my test average can be a floating point number. Because of that, I'll declare it as double. So I'll say, okay, the valid data type here for test average is double. Okay, let's see. Double, and then let's say test average. I'll say test average, something like that, and then end the line with a semicolon. Then I can use an expression. Okay, so let's say test average, assuming that declared the tests, few tests before, let's say 3 tests, I say like test 1 plus test 2 and then plus test 3 and then I'll divide it by 3. Yeah, that's how it works. Thank you. Well, the question is, preprocessor directive begin with which of the following symbols? Alright, preprocessor directive examine the codes before actual compilation of code begins and resolves all these directives before any code is actually generated by the regular statement. They always start with, they begin with the hash symbol, so it's actually this one. Thank you. Well, the question says write equivalent compound statement if possible. Okay, let's look at the statement A. It says that x equal 2 times, it says x equal to 2 times y, 2 times x. This simply means times the content of the variable x by 2. So we times this is by 2, and then we can write the compound like x times equal 2. So we times the content of the variable x by the number 2, the constant 2. Okay, B, that was A. B, this statement simply says add the content of the variable x by the content of the variable y, and then subtract that everything by -2. So we add the content of the variable y, and then we also subtract by 2 the constant 2. So this will be the compound can be written as x, okay, plus equal y minus 2. C, we have here, this means add the content of the variable sum into, the content of the variable num into the content of the variable sum. So this will be can be written, the compound can be written as sum plus equal num. Okay, and then for D, we have z equal, z by equal, I mean assign in z times, okay, before writing that, we can notice that we have z times x plus 2 times z here. We need to write the compound. Okay, before we do that, you can notice we have a kind of like term here. We have z and then z there also. So we can put this z as a common factor. Okay, to simplify this, so we can write it like z like this, and then in the bracket, and then we have we can put x there, x plus 2. Okay, if you comes back, you can get this statement here. Now I did it just to make it simple, and then this simply means we're going to, we times the content of the variable z by the content of the variable x plus 2. So now to write the compound is easier. You can just say z times equal x plus 2, like that in the bracket. Okay, note that it's not the same. Careful here. This is not the same as z z times equal x plus 2. It's not the same thing. Okay, because this means that we times the content of the variable z by x and then we plus 2. But here it means we times the content of the variable z by the content of x plus 2 together. We times by this, everything in the bracket, by the content of the variable z. Let me give you an example. Assuming that x has the value of 3 and then z, let's say x was 3 and z was 5. Now by doing this one, we do 5 times by 3 plus 2, which is equal to 25, right? But now if we do this star 2 stars, or maybe whatever we can call it, this one is different because this will be 5 times by x, which is 3, and then we plus 2. This is equal to 17. You see, it's not 25. So these two are different. So these two are not the same. Similarly, you can do y e. The statement e says y equal to y by equal. Let us say it. Assign in y over x plus 5 in the bracket like this. So we can just write y over equal x plus 5 in the bracket. Now this means we divide the content of the variable y by the content of the variable x together with 5. Thank you. Well, the question says write the following compound statement as equivalent simple statement. So let's start with A. This means what? Okay, we have x plus equal 5 minus z. This simply means we add 5. Okay, with a plus there. So we add 5 into the variable x and then we subtract we subtract z. So we can write x equal to what? Because we add 5 into the variable x into the content of the variable x, so x plus 5, this, and then we subtract the content of the variable z. Now let's do b. B here we times, okay, the variable. This means we times the variable y by 2 times the content of the variable x by all this. So we did this operation. Okay, this will be written as y equal to y times 2 times x, and then we plus 5, and then we subtract by the content of the variable z. See, this simply means we add, because we have plus here, and then we add 2 times the content of the variable z to the content of the variable w. So it will be written as w equal to w plus 2 times z, and then we plus the number 4, the constant 4, into this variable. Now the last one, e, d first. This means first we subtract z, the content of the variable z, into the variable x. So we do x will be equal to x minus z, then we plus y minus t, the content of variable y minus the content of variable t, and then e, we have sum. Okay, here we plus the content of the variable num into the content of the variable sum. So sum will be equal to sum plus num. Okay, always semicolon. Thank you. Well, the question says, suppose A, B, and C are int variables, and A is 5 and B is 6. What value is assigned to each variable after each statement executes? If a variable is undefined at a particular statement, reports UND, which means undefined. Okay. We need to pay attention here. At the time that the question says each statement after it executes, so we need to consider this one after each statement executes. Okay. At the time that the statement was being executed, A has the value of initial value, its initial value, which was 5, and then the initial value of B is 6, because this is the post incrementation. It means it keeps its initial value and will increment after. Okay, at the time that this statement was being executed, B has the value of 6, and then 3 is a constant number, never change. It will be 3. So at this time, this statement does 6 plus 3, 9, and then assign 9 to the variable A. Now A is no longer 5, A becomes 9 after the execution. And then B, now it will increase by 1 unit because it is a post implementation. So B is no longer 6 but becomes 7. And C, alright, C was declared, of course, as an integer, but C was not initialized, so we're going to say UND, undefined. And now the following line, C here is still undefined, but now they're assigning values. At the time that this statement was being executed, A has the value of 9. Okay, and then B has the value of of 7. Now okay, B has the value of 7, but B plus B means the pre-incrementation, meaning it increases its value by 1 unit first. So B is no longer 7, but B is 8 now. Okay, and now what after the execution, then the program does 2 times 9, which is 2 times 9, which is 18. 18 plus 8 is 26. So C is now 26 after the execution. So 26. So now A has the value 9 after the execution, still have the same value, and then B after the execution, the program B has the value of 8. So 8, and then C after the execution, C is no longer undefined, but now has the value of 26. Now the following line, before the execution, or at the time the program was being executed, B has the value of 8. Okay, it has the value of 8. Excuse me. And then 2 is a constant number, never changed. It will remain 2. Times C, plus C means it increment first. Okay, so C was 26, but now when incremented, it becomes 27. So C is now 27 minus A plus plus, meaning A, the post incrementation, A will keep its initial value, which is 9, and then will increment after, meaning increase by 1 unit after. So after the execution, then okay, let's first calculate. We have 2 times 27 here is equal to 2 times 27 is equal to 54, and then 54 minus 9 equal to 45. This is after the execution, so B is 45 now. Okay, and then A, now after the execution, A is no longer 9, but A is now 10, and then C is 27. Thank you. Well, the question says, suppose A, B, and sum are int variables, and C is a double variable. What value is assigned to each variable after each statement executes? Suppose A has the value of 3, B has the value 5, and C has the value 14.1. Alright, so let's do this line by line. Now, in the first line, let's say this one, the variable sum was declared as an integer, and then A has the value of 3, B has the value of 5, and then C has the value of 14.1. Now, we note that the operator plus here operates with the operands of a different data type, because 3 is an integer, 5 is an integer, that's a 14 points. So the operator plus will convert all the numbers here into the same type, the 14 points. So 3 will be turned to 3.0 and then 5.0 in order to perform calculation here. So this will become 3.0 plus 5.0 plus 14.0. This is equal to 22.1. Sum. Now, because that the variable sum was declared as an integer, let's write here int as an integer, it will definitely ignore the decimal part. Okay, so it will ignore the decimal part, and then we keep the value of 22. So sum here after execution, the variable sum has the value of 22, and then after execution, A didn't change its initial value, so still has 3, neither B, 5, neither C, still 14.1. Now let's look at the following line. C over equal A. This simply means C equal to C over A. Okay, and then C equal to has the value of 14.1 at the time that this statement was being executed. It has a value of 14.1 and 3, and A has the value of 3. Now we have the operator divide here. It operates between two different data types. So to perform calculation here, it must convert 3 into a floating point number also. So now we can divide 14 points with a floating point. and then this makes C equal to 4.7, and then C was the type double, so this was double. Let me write like this: double. So it will keep the decimal, the floating point number. So here we write C now is 4.7 after the execution of this line. Then after the execution, A still has its value because nothing changed for the variable A. Of course, here it was converted to a floating point number, but it was just in this statement to perform this statement, but it still has its initial value because it is an integer, so still 3. B also keeps its initial value, which is 5, and then sum also 22. Then in this line, we have a B plus equals C minus A simply means B equal to B plus C minus A. Now, B has the value of 5, C has the value of 4.7 minus A has the value of 3. At the time that this statement was being executed. Now, because we have different data type here, the operator plus and minus will convert all the data into floating points. So 5 is 5.0, 4.7 is already a floating point number, and then 3 here is going to be 3.0. And then B will be 5.0 plus 4.0, which is 9.0, minus 3, which is 6.7. 5.0 plus 4.7 makes 9.7, minus 3 is 6.7. And now, because B was initially declared as an integer, so this is an integer inside the type, it will definitely ignore the decimal parts, so and keep the integer. So B will be equal to 6 now. And then after execution of this line, of this statement, and then A still has the value of 3 because nothing changed for it, and then C has the value of 4.7, and then sum 22. Now let's look at this statement. At the time that this statement, okay, first of all, it is the same as A equal to A times 2 times B plus C. Okay, at the time that this statement was being executed, A has the value of 3, and then 2 is a constant, so stays 2, and then B has the value of 6, and then C has the value of 4.7. And then because we have a mixed expression here, all this will be converted into float. So this is going to be 3.0, 2.0, 6.0 in order for this statement to be calculated. So A will be equal to 3 times 2, which is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 plus 4 is plus 4.7 is 40.7. And then because A is of the type int, what's here? Is of the type int, it will ignore the decimal part, so this part is ignored, and then A will keep its value of 40. The value after the execution, then A will have the value of 40, and then B will still 6 because nothing changed to it, and then C, nothing changed for it neither, and then neither also sum still 22. Thank you. Well, the question says, what is printed by the following program? Suppose the input is 20 and 15. Alright, we know that the cout operator displays, prints in the string what the program performed. So we're going to consider the following line statements, like this one, cout, this one, cout there, and then cout end line, just move the cursor to the following line, and then this one to consider this, this also, and that also. Yeah, let me do it properly, and that. All right. In this line, cout a equal to a, so this will just print a equal a. A is was initialized to 25 by 25, so that's going to be 25. And then the following line says it will display enter without the code, so enter without the codes. It's going to say enter 2 integers, and then colon. And the following line records whatever the user types in the keyboard, and then moves the cursor to the next line, and then this will print on the screen the number you enter it. So the number you entered are a. Okay, the numbers we save suppose are 25 and 15. Okay, as here 25. Oh no, 20 and 15. It's not 25, so 20 and 15. Okay, as there. And then this line will print what the program performed here. So z equal to x plus 2 times a minus b. Let's calculate that. Z will be x is declared as 20.5, the constant, plus 2 times a, so 2 times 20 minus b, which is 15. So if you perform this calculation, 20.5 plus 2 times 20 makes 40 plus 20 makes 60.5. 60.5 minus 15 makes 45.5. So okay, this is just 45.5, but it's not what should be displayed, but it will show that z equal to 45.5. And then comes this line, say your grade is here. So this will be this will display your grade. Your grade was declared and initialized to a, so your grade is a. And then the following, this one, it will perform the above calculation here. because we need to find a, a will be displayed. So we would say the value of a equal, let's do this calculation. So a equal to, I'm going to do it here, a equal to 2 times num is 10, plus z was 45.5, which makes 20 plus 45.5, which is 65.5. And then because it was declared as an integer, a is an integer, so it will just ignore the decimal parts, and a will be 65. So 65. Thank you. Well, the question says, what is printed by the following program? Suppose the input is Miller 34340. Alright, we do know that the program prints in the screen with the command, by the help of the command, the stream operator cout. So we're going to look at where our cout is here, and then cout is there. This one just helps the cursor to be moved in the next line, and then cout is there, and then cout is here, and then it's also there, and then it's there, and there, and there. Now, okay. Here the program says cout enter last name, cin name, meaning the name is suggested here, Miller. So the program will do with print enter last name, and then it will record whatever the user types in the keyboard, and it will display at the same time here Miller. And then cout end line moves the cursor in the next line, and then the next line it will display enter 2-digit number. So here it will display enter 2-digit numbers, and then id equal to 100 times. This will be performed. Let's do it here. id equal to 100 times by num plus secret. Okay, that makes 100 times num is 34, the num 34 there, plus secret is the constants which were declared. Where is it? Secret is there, 17. And then calculating this makes 3400 plus 17, so that makes 3417. And then here it will display enter a positive integer less than 1000. Enter a positive integer less than 1000, and then cin num. So let's say that positive integer is this one, 340, and cout will remove the cursor in the following line. And then here we also have my mystery num. So mystery num will be num, that's number 340 times prime num is 11, and minus 3 times secret is 17 as here. Now it will finally display, the program will display name, color operator Miller. It will display Miller, and then we'll move the cursor in the second in the following line, and then ID, and then ID, which is 3417. So 3417, and then mystery number, which is if this will make 3689. So this is 3689. Thank you. Well, the function says rewrite the following program so that it is properly formatted. Alright, you can see that this program, though it's working, it's actually difficult to read. And then in case we want to edit or correct, it's going to be difficult to know exactly what to correct or which line, and it's difficult. The best way, I believe, of doing this is to do this. To put spacing, okay, grouping and spacing. Like here, the library, for instance, I group them and then leave space before declare the using namespace, not declare but writing the using namespace, and then all the constants that are declared, I prefer to put them also together, and then I leave space, and then there in the main function. Okay, also even inside the main function, separated by brackets like this. I didn't want anything next to the brackets. Also, neither the brackets that's end at the same line with any code here. So the variable which I declared also are grouped, and also this the streams operator. Every stream operator is grouped together with cout and cin and the spacing. And when I space, I also space in the program, and I also I'll put space also here for myself. And then you see all the streams operator are grouped, and then spacings like here, there, and there. And then calculations also, I don't mingle them, so I break them into sequences, a piece of sequences, a group, as I said. Calculations also here, and then another here, this also. So this is what I believe to be the best way of writing this code. Thank you. Alright, the question says, what type of inputs does the following program require, and in what order does the inputs need to be provided? Alright, the program declares some variables here, and then we can see the stream input operator here. I think the program, the order is first name followed by last name, and then age followed by weight. The data type as it declares, so first name and last name are string, and age will be integer, and the weight is of the type double. Thank you.